It could be a historic weekend for Hollywood, and not in a way that they wish to be remembered. Ratings for the Oscars likely to soar, but not because people want more of what Hollywood is delivering up, but rather because the Epstein files, could be delivered up by the federal government right as celebrities are walking a very red carpet. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are overjoyed to spend time with you, an attitude of gratitude every time you decide to share your day with us. As we get started, consider clicking the like button. It is a day like no other. Not in the entire history have the Oscars been so stressful for those in, the dresses who are so full of themselves. Folks, get ready. A video of excellence on the way as we explain why this is the kind of day that Hollywood has been owed, but has been dreading for a very long time. This is out of The Independent. It says, Jeffrey Epstein, secret files that will, quote unquote, make you sick, expected to be released by U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi today. Pam Bondi says the DoJ plans to release a lot of long-awaited information on Mr. Island and his associates. And it's the associates which could create a major headache for Hollywood as they get ready to go into an Oscars that could generate some ratings for reasons they probably did not expect. It says the U.S. Department of Justice is set to release more files related to the convicted offender, Mr. Epstein, on Thursday, with Attorney General Pam Bondi claiming the details are, quote unquote, pretty sick. Bondi had faced mounting pressure from both Republicans and Democrats to release the disgraced financier's client list and told Fox News Wednesday that some of the information would be made public. Flight logs, names, and a lot of information are set to be revealed, she said upon being probed about what information will explicitly be released. And I just want to say, too, I don't know where the pressure was coming from. We'll just leave that alone, folks, but you make your own assessment as to whether you think that statement at the beginning of that paragraph is accurate. The nation's top law enforcement officer, who stated the Epstein files were currently sitting on her desk, said that more than 250 alleged victims had been documented, a figure she told Jesse Waters will make you sick. Officials are making final redactions to the victims before the files are released. Now, this gets really interesting, folks. This gets really, really interesting. And as we get ready to go into the Oscars, I just want to remind you of, a time gone by. Let's all take a stroll down memory lane together and remember what we could be seeing yet again in different form at the Oscars this weekend.
I love you, man. Don't have me whacked. But tonight isn't just about the people in front of the camera. In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world, people from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow.
You could replace that with Pam Bondi today.
That speech was epic. I mean, it was like 7 minutes of awkward laughter and terror from Hollywood. It was beautiful to watch them all being called out.
That's right. And it could be the same thing again. I don't think Conan's going to go there, but I don't know what their plan is. Like, if Conan's up there giving his monologue or giving a joke and this breaks, do they have a plan B? Do they have the Epstein scenario? Do they have it at hand? What do you think, Vash, Derek? What do they do in this situation?
It's like that. It's like when John Wick became a wanted man, and everybody's phones are going off at the same time, and they're all like, "Oh my God, what's happening here?" That would be awesome, man. I would love to see Hollywood squirm for once, and they've been squirming ever since the regime change took place and Trump is back in office. I'm curious. Because it's on tape delay, right? They don't show it live, do they? I think the Oscars is tape delayed a little. If it is, then they're going to scrub all of that stuff out. We won't see a lot of what's happening. And even if Conan or someone else tried to get out there and give a speech, I'm pretty sure, plenty of ABC and Disney executives would, go out of their way to try to make sure that doesn't hit the airwaves. But it would be a absolute blast to watch these people looking at their phones, looking at each other like, holy moly, what are we going to do now? I would love it.
I heard there's going to be gas masks underneath all the seats for when the SWAT team starts lobbing the canisters in there.
I really think they just need to. If I were on the Hollywood side of the thing, I would lock the doors and never stop the telecast. They'll just keep going forever. I mean, the Oscars take
last
forever.
hurrah.
Anyway.
I mean, if you think about it, though, like it's the best time to do it because they're all in one place. You could just drop a big net from the ceiling over the audience. You got them all.
Oh, that would be wild. That would be wild. And listen, nobody deserves it more than these people in Hollywood because we know what's going on behind closed doors. Even if they are trying to hide and pretend that, oh, what are you talking about? Everything is on above board here. We all know differently. You know, everything that we're hearing, like, you know, the Diddy files should be coming next. Everything that we're hearing from Hollywood lately, it's just a very, very terrible place to be. So yeah, it's about time somebody's going to go down. I'm not sure who, I'm not sure what names, but this is the time someone's finally going to go down, and it's not just going to be, you know, one single producer like Big Bad Harv. It's going to be a lot of people. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens when that list drops today or later on.
All right, let's watch a little bit. Let's watch a little bit more of the squirming, and then we'll go to Vash. Here we go.
He's coming for you. He's coming for you. Look, talking of all you perverts, it was a big year. It was a big year for paedophile movies. Surviving R. Kelly, Leaving Neverland, Two Popes. Shut up. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care.
Look at Jonathan.
Many
Jonathan
talented
Price.
people of color were snubbed in major categories. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. The Hollywood foreign press are all very, very racist. So, fifth time. So, we were going to do an in memoriam this year, but when I saw the list of people that had died, it wasn't diverse enough. It just, no. It was mostly white people. And I thought, nah, not on my watch. So, maybe next year. Let's see what happens.
Yes, let's see what happens, folks.
Okay, first of all, I mean, I know he's filthy sometimes, but Ricky Gervais really has a wit like no one else. He knows what he's doing when he gets out there. He knows when he's getting into legal liability. He runs whatever he's going to say. He runs it by the lawyers one time, you know, just to be sure, just in case he missed something there. But man, that's what we really need. We need Ricky Gervais hosting the Oscars. Conan O'Brien is a very nice person, and I've known people who've worked with him, and he's the kind of guy that knows the names of, and I don't want to say the job title because that would reveal, but he knows the names of everybody that works with him. He's a incredibly nice guy. I would be very disappointed if he was on the list. I don't think he's on the list, but this is just a group of people on the whole that has been so preachy and so sure of themselves. And there have been these movements, Time's Up, Me Too, all of that, that's supposed to talk about how great they are and all the moral stands that they have been taking. You know, in the absence of a true moral standard, and I'm trying not to go religious here, it's really funny to watch people try to come up with their own morality, with their own plan of redemption here. These people need to, as Ricky Gervais said, accept your award, shut up and leave, to paraphrase it a little bit here.
And, you know, maybe the reason that they virtue signal so much is because it's to cover up that there's very little virtue to be found in the halls of Hollyweird. Take a look at this real quick, and then we'll get Vash in. This is just breaking. This came out about 30 minutes ago, just as we started the show. It says GOP lawmaker sends letter to Bondi, that's Attorney General Pam Bondi, encouraging release of Epstein files. Tennessee Representative Annie Ogles has shared a letter with Attorney General Pam Bondi encouraging her to release the Epstein files. Ogles, who last month proposed revising the Constitution's 22nd Amendment. What does that have to do with anything? It says, I sent a letter to AG Pam Bondi this afternoon encouraging her to release the files. Pleased to see she's announced this evening that she will be releasing them tomorrow. This apparently is being covered from yesterday. After stating he stands ready to assist, he leveraged his own proposed bill called the Preventing Epstein Documentation Obliteration. Folks, you can see the acronym ACT in response to alleged reports that the FBI is attempting to destroy critical records. Jeez Louise. I mean, this just gets this gets all kinds of interesting. Vash, your thoughts on it and the effect on poor Hollywood that they're going to be on pins and needles the whole weekend, because let's say that something gets released today, Vash. There's nothing to say that more doesn't come out in the days ahead.
Oh, that's the thing. I mean, this reminds me almost a little bit of the Me Too stuff that was going on, because there was a lot of agents and publicists who were like literally waiting by their phones, or some of them maybe with their phones unplugged, because they were getting calls left and right. They didn't really know who was going to be next. If it was going to be one of their clients, was it going to be one of their associates, was it going to be, and they were really living in fear. This is on a whole different level, a whole different scale. And, a lot of congressmen, I know Ogles and Luna as well, have been attempting to get this list from Pam Bondi, who made this promise in order to release these files. I think it's gonna be very, very interesting time. So it's not just the Hollywood A-listers who may be indicted in these things, but it's also the talent around them going, who knows what's going to happen here? Studio executives, you're going to have your products completely upended because of what's going to come out here.
I got a feeling that they're all going to be saying "Me Too" again, but in a very different context.
Oh no!
Oh no! It's no good right there. By the way, Ogles, I believe he just filed, I think, the articles of impeachment for against some judges and so forth. So very interesting stuff there. I think this is an incredibly historic time that we're witnessing here. You got to think, right? With the previous administration, I believe there was as many as 300,000 children that just went missing due to suspected peddling of those humans there, for lack of better terms, say for YouTube. And now we might be on the cusp of looking at the biggest transformation that we've ever seen within this industry, and others, I think, globally, that we've ever seen through the release of this information here.
When it goes to their faces, they're so uncomfortable. They're trying to smile because what else are you going to do? But it is like visibly uncomfortable. And the idea that we have an entire weekend of Hollywood not knowing who's going to be out there, which names are going to appear, and being this uncomfortable, this hasn't happened to them since Harvey. I, for one, cannot wait.
They should just tell them to check their email on Monday morning.
5 points.
That's right. Helping Hollywood produce a product that you want to consume. That's what we do each and every day, folks. And this time, it's time to, say goodbye. We know, but don't cry. No, for we will have more videos on the way. We love to bring those videos and that information. And by the way, if you'd like even more, consider going to the Patreon page. It's www.patreon.com/WDW Pro. It's where we put out stuff exclusively there that we simply can't put out in other places for whatever reason, be it because it's too spicy or because, perhaps we're working to corroborate it. But you can find out things early and first over there. Folks, we surely have had a great time spending time with you. Consider clicking that like button, share, subscribe, click it, and stick it to those pesky algorithms. It is the notification bell. And drop a comment right on down below. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun. Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio. What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.